Okay, so I was on the market for a while to get myself a pouch, something I can use as a wallet, but also as an EDC pouch, I suppose. And one that's always advertised online and something that always pops up in a lot of the YouTube videos is Alpaka products. And without no doubt, it's because of the quality. And I thought, you know what, I don't necessarily want to go out and spend $60, $100, whatever it may be, for a pouch. And I'll try my luck and get one of the cheap sites and see whether that can meet the quality and my requirements. So I did that, and then I ended up buying the original. So stay tuned and let's see whether you can get yourself a cheap imitation, I suppose, of a Alpaka Pouch Pro, or do you just go for the original? And what I'm going to show you today is, well, why you should go for the original. Stay tuned. Okay, so if you're wondering to yourself, what on earth are you talking about, Tash? What is this tech pouch? Well, it's more or less a sturdy pouch that you can carry your goods and bits and pieces out and about. That's traditionally, some sort of a ripstop material, and it's weather resistant and pretty tough and durable out and about. So this is what I got, right? Temu version, $6 or so. It does look like it's got the what are they called? The AquaGuard zippers, which operate quite nicely. Very similar to the Alpaka. Now, if you're wondering what the Alpaka looks like, and out I went and bought myself the OG, it's this one here. So you can see what this is a clear copy of. And this is the Pouch Pro, which is a little bit different to this one here, but nevertheless, you get the gist, right? So very similar sort of ripstop canvas, the AquaGuard zips, the leather pull tabs, and the little latch here that you can hook up to bits and pieces. But I'm just going to put this one aside for a sec and show you the quality of this. So first things first, the sound. It feels like it's not worth much more than $6, right? And well, I can't ask for more than that anyway, because that's all I paid for it. Inside, the material is quite thin and flimsy, so there's a divider in between, which most of the time, if you push it down, I'm just going to put a bit of a torch in there. 1 second. You can see, or may not be able to see in this bad lighting, but it sort of folds in. So it's sort of, it's not very stable. It's quite vulnerable and soft, therefore it gets sort of lost at the bottom. But that's not the end of the world, right? Because if I wanted to put, for example, my cards, so that's the size of a normal credit card. That's the pouch. As you can see, it's quite big if you're into minimalist stuff. But the idea is that you chuck your cards in here. You can chuck a multi-tool or another one. What the hell? Maybe even chuck a measuring tape. They're quite flexible and so forth, and all the bits and pieces inside are guarded from the elements. But it just didn't feel right to me. It's a bit big. It's very purse-like. I don't like the feeling of it. I thought maybe it's no big deal, I'll get over it, but it just feels cheap. It feels like something maybe I'll leave in my boot with a couple of my, like a tire deflator or something that I don't care. It's going to get dirty and so forth. So that's why I thought, you know what, move on, and time to get the original. So the original that I opted in for is the Alpaka Zip Pouch Pro. What is something inside? Smart and sleek pouch, perfect for credit cards, cash, multi-tools, knives, compatible with the hub keychain, which basically hooks up here. Right, pretty cool. Now, one thing that I automatically noticed is the quality. I mean, this thing feels solid, strong. It feels like it's going to last a lot longer. These pull tabs, they're not, I don't believe they're leather. There's some sort of a, I don't know what sort of ripstop fabric this is, but it feels solid. Versus the alternative here, even though this is not even being used, you can see it's sort of fraying on the edges. Anyway, so to give you an idea, this is it's a weatherproof zip pouch. This is the Eco Ocean blue color, and what it does is it has 3 external slots for EDC gear. So there's 1 here, 2 and 3, where you can put in, for example, a knife. So I can shove a knife in there, turn it over on the other side. I don't know, put maybe a pen in that side, and perhaps another multi-tool here, which is pretty fat. Let's see if we can jam it in there. Nah, too big. How about the trusted Swiss Army? There you go. So already I've got knife, pen, and another knife. Not that I need that many knives. And the idea is that inside you've got, now I just want to show you something pretty cool first of all. The black one is black on the inside, so very hard to see what you're doing. Whereas this one here, I might just take this stuff out for a second. It's got the orange interior, which is a 210 orange ripstop nylon, which is very, very easy to see what you've got inside. So if I just take out the bits and pieces, ideally what you've got here is something that will fit up to about between 4 to 12 cards inside. It is made from an RFID blocking material, so you're safe from scanners and so forth. It's got the AquaGuard zippers made out of the waterproof fabric, which is X-Pack RX30. It's recycled, basically it's recycled PET bottles, right? Plastic bottles recycled. Size-wise, this one here is 13 centimeters by 8.5. And if you look at the alternative version, it's about the same, but I'll tell you what, it is a bit high. It's 9 versus 8.5, but it does feel, for some reason, a lot bigger. I don't know if it looks the same on the camera, but this one does feel a lot bigger. So, what am I going to do with this thing? Well, ideally, as you can see, I've already put some money on the inside. So you've got the orange color inside. Now, this is a lot more solid, this divider, right? It's not as flimsy as the other one. It's got this Alpaka tag on the inside, whoop-de-doo. So ideally, I've got my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. So I can put my 9 credit cards in here, get a few of the Aussie dollars on the other side, and now zip that up on the inside here. Or you can put whatever you like. Here you go, let's just put some chewing gum. Okay, or actually better yet, say you carry coins. Here's the coins. Here's my quad lock ring. In it goes. Now I can still add, as I had previously, let's add this pocket knife on one side, and let's add the pen on this side, and perhaps, oh, it's a tight squeeze. Oh, I still got in there, the other knife. So all of a sudden, this now becomes an EDC pouch, right? I mean, it's pretty chunky, but you get the gist. You can carry many things, chuck it in your bag, pocket, whatever the case may be, and everything is very convenient to get to. One thing that you will notice though, now I will probably carry a torch in here, all right? But one thing you will notice is when you open it up to access your cards, this is my only thing I dislike about the unit, is the fact that it's very hard to get access to it, right? So yeah, it's all jammed in there, but if I wanted to get a specific card, you're sort of limited to, depending on how many things you've chucked in. So if I had a couple of additional torches and multi-tools or whatever on the other side, it does make it quite tight to sort of open up and fan and see what your cards are, and therefore you have to pull them out. Thing is, you can't pull them out straight because the zip stops about, I don't know, what's that, about 7 mil from the edge. So therefore you don't get the full access. Therefore you do have to sort of pull the cards back this way and then pull them out. Now, it's not the end of the world, but it's worth noting that it's not something that you would use as a quick access, like I don't know, on the pop-up wallets from Secret and so forth. So that's something to consider. But putting that aside, I mean, I love the color. So this ocean blue color is my favorite with a black contrast. It definitely feels solid. It definitely feels like quality, and I can see myself using this for my outdoor adventures, you know, camping trips and so forth, that if I do drop it in the rain, in the mud, whatnot, I'm not going to damage my goods inside. And particularly if if you want to carry small things, so for example, I don't know, a SIM removal tool, SD cards, another SIM card, and other bits and pieces, they'll be quite safe in here because they've got nowhere to go. Yeah, not a bad little unit at all. And again, you know, this is the alternative. It is what it is. You get what you pay for, but it will do the job, but not for me. You know, I like my, I don't want to sound too snotty, but I do like my quality items. You know, I'm a fan of Bellroy, you know, Uppbeat, Alpaka. I've got a couple of the Alpaka bags and pouches as well. I mean, they're a quality product. So far, so good. And I can see some good user cases where I'll be able to use this and enjoy it. So I guess, you know, the old saying, you get what you pay for. Well, this is the case as well. But you know what? Maybe if you need a $6 one just to throw around, nothing wrong with it. It'll do the job. I don't know how long it's going to last because, well, I haven't used it too much. But is it the same quality? Is it, you know, does it feel the same in your hand? Definitely not. But horses for courses, right? If you only got $6 to spend, maybe a good option. But if you can allow yourself to pay for something a little bit better and better quality, the Alpaka will be the way to go. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, and please do click the like and subscribe button if you'd like to be updated with the new videos come up. My name is Sash, and this is ST Reviews. Goodbye.